Hello everyone, I am your host. In today's video, we are going to discuss about the basics of drafting an affidavit. After this video, I can assure you that if you pay attention, then there will be no difficulty of drafting an affidavit with your own. Before we enter the rules of drafting an affidavit, we have to know the meaning of affidavit. जनरल हिंदी में एफिडेविट को शपथ पत्र कहते हैं. बेसिकली एफिडेविट स्टेटमेंट है जो हम किसी ऑथोराइज्ड ऑफिसर को प्रेजेंट करते हैं. एंड वी मेंशन दैट इफ एनी स्टेटमेंट मेड अंडर दिस एफिडेविट इज फॉल्स देन आई विल फेस द कंसिक्वेंसेस. Any court at any time for sufficient reason can demand that the some points are may be proved through the affidavit. इसमें कुछ पर्टिकुलर फैक्ट्स भी हो सकते हैं और कहीं सारे फैक्ट्स भी हो सकते हैं जो कोर्ट हमसे मांग सकता है एट एनी पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम. एफिडेविट के बारे में हमें सीपीसी के ऑर्डर 19 में बताया गया है. नाउ लेट्स टॉक अबाउट द रूल्स ऑफ एफिडेविट. इन पॉइंट नंबर 1, एज यू कैन सी, only very necessary statements should be made in affidavits. That means you have to state only the necessary statements. Number 2, complete details as to identify of the deponent must be given. Number 3, statements should be in the first person. Remember, in number 3, this is very important. Statements that which you are writing on your affidavit must be in the preference of first person. That means you don't write we, she, he. After this, when I will show you a draft copy of affidavit, it will be more clear to you. Now, in point number 5, it is stated that every person or things referred to in an affidavit must be completely and correctly described. Number 6, generally, such facts only should be stated of which the deponent has his own knowledge. यानी कि जो डिपोनेंट के नॉलेज में हो सिर्फ वही फैक्ट डिपोनेंट को स्टेट करना है. Number 7, if any fact mentioned in the affidavit is based on any source or document, its full details should be given. Lastly, the deponent should verify that the statements made in para such and such is true to his personal knowledge and that in para such and such is true on the basis of the information received by him. Nothing has been concealed and no part thereof is false. And last, the number 9, the verification paragraph. These must be signed by the deponent and countersigned by his advocate. So that's all the rules of drafting an affidavit. Now I will show you a draft copy of this affidavit. It will help you to understand these rules. First of all, you have to write the affidavit in broad letters. Then you have to write the name of the person who is doing this affidavit. In my case, it is Muhammad Tahir Hussain. After that, you have to give the specific details like his father's name, age, religion, occupation, and the place where he is residing. Now, the second portion is about declaration. As you can see, the first and second points where it is stated, the point 1, that I am the citizen of India by birth. Point number 2, that I declare I have been living at above mentioned address since so many years ago. So this is common and that's how you can start writing your own affidavits. Now in point number 3, we have to state that his late father so and so was admitted on which date and expired on which date, in which hospital and the place where the hospital is situated. Now come to point number 4. It is the main point where you can state the facts because of which you are doing this affidavit. In my case, the patient's actual name is Muhammad Idris and in the death notification form, it is written as Muhammad Idris, although the pronunciation looks similar but the letters are different, which you can see the MDIDRESS and late MDIDRIS are two different, and the actual age of the patient is 58 years. So you have to write like this, that I declare my father above named deceased name was written Muhammad Idris instead of late MDIDRIS late Muhammad Idris, and my father age was written 56 years instead of 58 years. In my father's death notification form which was issued by main hospital, you can here state the hospital name and the place where the hospital is situated, and also provide the registration number as the specimen like I provide. You have to provide the registration number which you have get from the death notification form issued by the hospital. Now, in point number 5, further you have to declare that I declare late Muhammad Idris and late Muhammad Idris was one and same person, that was my father. Now that's it. And at last, you can also add another point, which is the summary of your fact you are stating in this affidavit or you are in your declaration. This is the actual summary. That I further declare my father's name late Muhammad Idris and my father's age about 58 years all are true and correct, which was written on my father's all said legal documents. Here you have to mention the legal documents in which your father actual name was mentioned. At last, in the verification portion, you have stated that the statements which you have made in this affidavit are true and based of your knowledge, and you have proper evidence or documents to support your affidavit. Now your affidavit is ready, and lastly you have to annex the documents which you have mentioned in your affidavit, in which your father's actual name and age was properly mentioned. You have to annex that document with this affidavit. After completion of all this, you get your own affidavit which will look like this and appear like this. सो आज के लिए इतना ही, मिलते हैं अगले वीडियो में. इफ़ यू रियली लाइक आवर वीडियो, डू लाइक एंड सब्सक्राइब. बाय बाय.